What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So moving is well underway, and today we're going to try to move Professor and Ursula, which are the two golden salties. Obviously we got a crew with us because these guys are a little cantankerous, but let's get into it and see how it goes.
Cantankerous. All right, so today is a little unorthodox in that we will actually be doing it pretty old school. So we'll actually be roping him up and pulling him in. The reason for that is because we need to tape them up. So it'll definitely tire them out. So when we move them over there, we'll have, it'll be safer to tape them up. And the reason we're taping them up is because these two crocodiles have a past. You know, they have been together before, and I heard it didn't go too well. But with the bigger enclosure, we're gonna try again and see. But with that too is obviously we want their safety as a high priority. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape their mouths up and let them do their introductions, and if everything goes well, then we'll just pop the cable off like we did with the Nile Trio and put them together. Hey buddy, come on. Come on, bud. Come on. Come on, bub. Come on.
This is so
Come on, boy.
flimsy.
Come on. Hey, let me get him up.
Okay.
Come on. Come on.
Tell me, I need a little bit more rope. Thank you.
Come on. Come on. Get it down. Pop it up. Come on. Come on. Take your time.
I am.
Unless he starts backing up, take your time. Come on, bub.
Now,
Take your time.
I start slowly pulling.
Yeah.
So take up some of the slack.
Hey, hold on. Let's get the other one on there.
Okay.
He's being good. Yep. Gotta be clicking on that.
I'll place if you pull. Do you want jaw or neck?
Neck.
Well, this rope's got to go back.
Yeah, it needs to go in the crate.
That's what we just have a backup.
Okay, gently pull, gently pull.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Get it back. Let go. The PVC pole is nothing. It's only for setting.
Okay.
I'll let him go. Let him run.
Yeah.
He lost the main one.
Pull now. Yeah.
All right, so Professor kind of got off the rope a little bit. So what we're gonna do now is we're draining his pond down. While that's draining though, we're gonna go ahead and not waste any time. We're gonna go ahead and catch Ursula, which is his girlfriend. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna rip the front off, we're gonna jump her, we're gonna tape her mouth, and then we're also gonna put a little snare. I think Kyle has them in his pocket, but basically they're little wire O-rings basically that we put underneath the tape, and then as soon as we realize that they're not gonna be fighting or hurting each other, we can actually just hook it, pop it up right off, and that the metal wire will actually cut through the electrical tape that's on her jaw, and that way it can just release both of them without us having to re-catch them again. It just makes it really simple. So let's get in and get her out.
All right, guys, so as you saw, we just ripped the fence out. There was a gate here at one point, but a hurricane was coming, and it was a solid plywood wall. And in a hurricane, that'll just get obliterated. So I put wire here to have the fence, the wind go right through, not the fence, the wind go right through the fence, but has since been able to open. So we're taking these down anyway. We're gonna make this a giant, beautiful crocodile enclosure. So it's easiest just to do it that way. And yeah, so now we have this big access point that we can get to the crocodile and not have to worry about going through gates or anything. And you gotta take it apart anyway, so we might as well just rip it out. Yep. Tape it. Yeah, get close. That should be good. And I'll just do a little, yep, tap. Got it. All right, so what we're doing now is we're putting this cable on, and what this gives us the ability. Can you hold that like that?
Yeah, you liked to do it on the wire before because it cut easier, didn't you?
Yeah. So what this does is it allows it so she and he will be taped during introduction. So if everything looks good, then all we have to do is hook this while they're in the enclosure and pull that off, and it rips the rope or the tape. So we don't have to catch them up again, and it's just a safe way to make sure they will get along, hopefully. Because like I said, they do have a past, and we'll see how well they do together. But it's always best to be safe, especially with very rare animals like this. So what we'll do is we'll take this off.
I think that's strong enough.
This? Oh yeah.
They got more flex back here.
Okay. All right. So next up, we'll just put her in the crate.
So then when we put her in the enclosure, we know press the back of the head so you can point it to the water.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. You need to hit you in the face with that.
All right, let's go catch the big one. So he's been a pain in the butt today. He has been very reluctant, and as you can see, we drained the water here so we can get to him because, believe it or not, he made a giant wallow under the water there. The water was obviously feet higher. I mean, he was probably 5 foot deep there. And also you can see he was quite the collector of PVC pipes. So when I was running water every winter, the cold water nights the water would shoot out of that pipe over there, if you can see it. And he would love to go over there and just rip it right off and pull it in. So I kept replacing it. And after years, he has quite the collection. But now it is time for him to be moved to a new spot. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a top jaw rope. We're gonna do a top jaw rope, secure him over the plywood. We're gonna tie the rope to a pole there so he can't turn back on us. We're gonna jump on him in the water, and then we're going to slide the board under him and slide him up. So secure him on the board. So then when we pull it up, we're not pulling him, we're pulling the board. What is so funny, Julia?
You just sunk.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Kyle's literally sinking
we're
into
doing
the sand. Because it's the shoe thing just isn't working.
Crocs are not good for Crocs.
Try and stick to your plants.
Okay, so. Okay.
So as you can see, Kyle, he's very experienced in the mud. He's having a great time. Yeah,
Is it warm?
It's like a spa bath.
Well, even. All right, so Haley, let's noose him on the top jaw, and then we're gonna straighten him out, slide him up, tie him to the pole there, make it tight. We're gonna jump on him. What we can do is, you're gonna hate me for it, but let's kick the water on. Let's run it so we get it lower for the jump on him. I know the audio is gonna be a little weird, but that's okay. We won't be talking. Everybody yell.
Watch your legs.
Surfing, bro.
Keep tension on him. Faster, Carlos, faster.
Someone needs to run through the, someone needs to like dribble through there.
Run that line through.
Oh, you're losing him. Hold on, hold on.
Okay, good.
You're good.
All right, get my foot.
Okay, stop.
Okay, stop. I guess let's jump him. Ooh, Greenie. Let's jump him.
Get ready to jump him.
We'll move him.
I got the tension here.
Do
Hey,
you want
Carlos.
me to run this through the rope?
Kevin, where's the cable? Yeah.
Or just pull off to the side?
Yeah, that's good. Get in there.
Can you
Yep.
loosen from one
Yep.
side?
Is that better? Pull. All right, because that stays tight. You help?
Yeah, it's slippery.
Help her hold that pole, Matt, so she can pull against it or vice versa.
Okay, I have a
Yeah?
cable.
I'm going down. I'm going down.
All right. All right, you got tension. Is there good tension on that, Matt?
Yeah, but
Can you, Carlos,
I need to
hand me
come.
that blue shirt?
Kevin, do you mind yanking that tight?
hold on. Let
Thank
me
you.
get this. It's on the outside of this. It needs to be running through the middle. Yeah, let me hold this tension.
Brian?
Yeah, throw it over here. Arm. Thank you. Kaylee, are you able to throw us from there?
You want to throw this through? Yeah, it's just right through the center.
Keep in mind this rope snaps. So tape. Matt, or Chris is in your pocket.
Yep.
So you'll be taper,
Okay.
and then you'll keep that handy next to you.
For next time.
We'll do it after.
Ready?
Keep in mind you're gonna slide off.
Kevin, can you keep that tight?
What do you want me to jump on?
Yeah. Kevin. Yeah, keep that real tight, as tight as you can. Ready?
Jump with a mat. So the mouth is slightly open.
Good.
Yep, you're good. Get the tape. Do you have the little wire? We're gonna do it after. Oh, okay. We should keep them tied and now slide them.
Okay, where's the cable?
Cable? Matt has it in his pocket.
Cable.
Oh, yeah.
You want to lift his head?
So we're gonna attach this cable now to him as well. So same thing, he can't hurt the female can't hurt him. And then see how they do, and hopefully they do well together.
No, you got it.
I'm coming. Along the side.
Along the side of him.
Side. Oh, Julia, careful. 10, so 11, 10. All right, everybody get into position.
Very slightly.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, footing. Yeah, no footing on this.
Everyone off the board if you can. Everyone ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Making it, baby. We're making
1,
it.
2, 3.
Don't you help out, baby.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. He's got me. He's got me.
1,
Hold on.
1, 2, 3.
Next one again. Alright, we're gonna just pick up his front first. If you guys help.
Turn that around right.
So if you guys can help pick up the front, we'll slide his front in and then we can push. 1,
1,
2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go inch by inch.
1, 2, 3.
2, 3. 5.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Get ready to get the front on 2. Try run. 1, 2, 3.
The front. Oh, you got it.
Okay.
right, 1, 2, 3. So that was quite the old school catch-up. So we got him in, and now we move him over. It is a very physically exhausting day. Usually it's mentally exhausting like that big salty, but this guy's just short of 12 foot. So he's physically exhausted moving over. So it is the time to finally release Professor Screw-Eye in his new enclosure. Now he is still, he is taped.
He's taped and
roped. So, but he has the hook on. So we'll get this opened up, cut the rope off, and then let him go on his way. And while Carlos gets the girl. Cool, dude. So I'm just feeling for if he's building at all. He's not, so that's why I'm doing this. Obviously it's a very dangerous situation because if he shakes I have a knife in my hands. But again, I'm just feeling if he's building at all and he's being chill. So I'm just taking it very nice and slow. Okay, good. All right,
What's the plan? Poke him in the butt with PVC?
yeah, I want to, you have a phone? You have your phone on you?
I do not.
If you want, even just take the GoPro. I want to check his eye. So this is the first time I've ever had a close-up of his bum eye, per se. Just for a record, you know, I just want to see exactly what it looks like.
Do you want my phone?
Yeah, it'd be great. Please.
Little pimento look.
It's just always good to get a health check when you can.
Exactly.
Especially on an animal like this.
So it's just really neat because his eye and Chubb's eye have been permanently damaged, it seems like, and they were both prior to me getting them. So I have no idea what caused it.
What are you doing?
Just taking a little bit off. Okay. All right, so we'll get him out. Yeah, so Professor and Chubbs all came with a bum eye. Now, the big salty got poked or something, but after like a month, all of a sudden went out there one day and his eye was fine. So, who knows? I guess some injuries heal themselves miraculously and others not so much.
So you're gonna crawl through and poke.
Yeah, crawl through and poke. Come on, bub. Come on, bub. Come on. I was thinking about it. Come on. Come on, bub.
6.5 hours later.
There he goes. Now keeping the water shallower, just so it's very, very clear, because this is the biggest step, is seeing how this male interacts with the new female. So Professor Screw-Eye and Ursula interacts. So obviously with the clear water and in the shallower water, we can see every little movement they make. So you can see him on the bottom right now. He's just chilling. So we can just keep an eye on every little thing to do when we get her in. Hopefully it all goes well. They're salties. They're notorious for wanting to fight. Honestly, it's usually that step where you know, they're gonna fight. It's not like with the Niles where you can put them together, and a lot of times they're just gonna be fine. So salties always kind of have to have that battle initially, and then they kind of smooth out, and then they're fine ever since. But like that big salty next door with his girlfriend. But hopefully we can mitigate that, the fighting, with the taped mouths. They can do their introductions, and then they can kind of settle out, and we can pull the tape off and let them be crocs.
All right, Kyle, so you got Ursula coming out.
Yes.
You want to talk a little bit about her? Say anything?
She is going in here. We just caught her up. Now we're moving her. What do you want me to say?
Anything. It's...
Anything. Why don't you ever talk? It's always me.
Here.
Oh.
Oh, now I'm doing both?
Well, Kyle's not talking, so I'll talk.
Okay, hold on. Hey, we're filming this.
Let's give you the guest host today.
I wanted this to be a one take.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's happening?
I guess.
Is he talking now?
I
No,
guess.
I wanted it to be like me bitching and then him actually talking. instead of him just cutting that all out. He always cuts out all the funny parts. Come on, Ursula. Come on, come on. Come on. Watch it.
I'm watching. She's so white.
She's very nice.
I actually have to swim? Heck.
All right, what do you think about having these guys in their new enclosure, Kyle?
It's cool. It's cool. I mean, especially with how clear this water is, their whiteness really, really is pronounced.
Really shines through.
Yeah. But yeah, so now we just sit back and watch and
Make sure they're good.
hope to God they get along.
Yeah. Well, if you like today's video, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Primitive Predators, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.